I know that this is a huge crisis of identity for you, okay? But I have studied the Pentateuch. I have studied the 5 first books of the Bible, the Mosaic Law, since I was very young. I have never been able to the point of severe frustration with some of my Jewish friends. I've never been able to reconcile your belief system with the actual teachings of the Torah. I know Torah. I know the Jewish faith. And what you guys believe, from my theological standpoint, is not Judaism. And I finally understand that it's Zionism. Okay? I know you're going to have a lot of arguments with that. And you're probably going to disagree with me for a long time. But what you guys are and what you practice is not Judaism, because Judaism hangs on the fact that you're a descendant of Abraham. And if you're a descendant of Abraham, okay, your ancestor is Abraham, then you are a Hebrew, what was called a Hebrew. And Hebrews were an ancient people in the Eastern Desert, in the Middle Eastern Desert. You are not that. You're not even close to that. I'm like, no, you aren't. And then European Jews, modern Jews are like, we are descendants of Abraham. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Like, the descendants of Abraham look more like the Palestinians. Okay? Some of them probably are the original Hebrews, or descended from the original Hebrews. Okay? The Jewish religion is heavily dependent. The real Jewish religion is heavily dependent on lineage and the preservation thereof. This idea that you are the descendants of Abraham, first of all, is absurd. That doesn't make any sense. Just look at you. No, you are not. Okay? You do have an identity. I will give you that. You have a very powerful identity. I will give you that. Okay? And I even respect it to a large degree. I have had friends. I have gone to a bat mitzvah. I have intermingled with many modern Jews. But what you are not is a descendant of Abraham. You are not that. Okay? That is absurd. You are Europeans. You're Europeans, many, many, many times removed from the original Jewish, Hebrew, Eastern religion. I remember asking a theological question when I was really young to a woman who I think was a Christian, but she was married to a Jewish man, and so their family practiced both, or elements of both, maybe mostly Judaism. Anyway, I went to her bat mitzvah. But I asked a theological question inadvertently when I was little. And I remember her looking at me for a long time because she was telling me these traditional Jewish stories, and I had been schooled very thoroughly in the Pentateuch from that time already most of my life. Okay? And I said maybe something like, I don't remember that being in the Torah. I don't remember that. And I'm like, where is this in the Bible? And she was looking at me really for a long time. I was asking her a theological question. I was like, I don't understand this tradition. It's not Jewish. Because I knew the Jewish religion. And she was trying to tell me that this is Jewish. Now, I didn't know at the time. But now I know it's not Jewish. It's Zionist. And I know Zionism is now extremely negatively, has an extreme negative connotation. But I don't think it always was that. But this belief, the spiritual belief in the Holy Land, the Promised Land, that's Zionist. Okay? Because it can't be Hebrew. It can't be Hebrew. It can't. It can't. Okay? Your belief that you have a right to this land is hogwash. It's hogwash. Especially if you believe that this is Torah based. It is not. You are not Torah based. You may have been circumcised, your males. You may have gone through ceremonies or whatever in your religious group that may or may not be Torah based. Trust me, I'm like, there's a lot of traditions here that are not Torah based. I don't know where that says in the Torah. I don't know where it says in the Torah that thing they do. But that belief system they have. Okay? You have. But in order to be a Hebrew and to have this promise, this thousands of years promise from God, okay, and through Abraham down to Jacob, who became Israel, you have to be of the lineage of Abraham and Jacob and Judah, okay, Jacob, Israel, and Judah his son, okay, and the 12 tribes of Israel. Nobody can trace you back to the 12 tribes of Israel at this point. You are not Jews. You are Zionists. Okay? I could spend hours probably on a podcast having a theological debate about this. And I know that to a certain extent I would paint you into a corner because I know Torah. And what you guys practice is not strictly Torah. It is not. It cannot be. You are not a descendant of Abraham.